father trailing his daughters and videotaping them at work and at school and outside and in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's real creepy, and he did it all the time.
Then Yasser would make a discovery that cops say would prove fatal for Amina and Sarah.
Our belief is that this is what drove him to ultimately kill them.
It was more than just puppy love.
We both felt like what we had was very real, and it was very much worth fighting for.
Amina Said and Joseph Moreno were like Romeo and Juliet.
And to her, it was worth dying for.
And Amina would die for it, along with younger sister Sarah, when their father, Yasser, allegedly shot them both dead in a taxi after learning about Amina's romance with boyfriend Joseph.
It was hard, to say the least.
Joseph and Amina had fallen in love at first sight when they were both young teenagers in the same martial arts class. They're seen here in a home video uncovered during the making of the documentary, The Price of Honor.
She walked in and I was like, oh man, who is that girl? And I was immediately attracted to her.
Amina felt the same attraction.
I would describe it as your stereotypical young teenage love. They were together almost every day of the week.
It didn't take much time for us to start a relationship, a serious relationship. And went from, hey, I like you, to I love you.
The young lovers would be bound at the heart for 4 years.
We were really in love with each other.
Joseph's mother, Ruth Trotter, fully approved of Amina.
First of all, she was strikingly beautiful. She had these amazing, beautiful green eyes and a smile. I mean, to know her was just to fall in love with her.
We used to write like little love notes to each other pretty much every day. When we would come to class, we would just trade notes with each other, you know. During the day at school or whatever, we would just write whatever we thought, and it became like a daily thing.
Joseph and Amina were also best friends.
She was the kind of person I could have had the worst day at school, maybe arguing with my mom or something, and within a minute of being around her, nothing else mattered. She just had a very strong presence about her. She was just one of a kind.
But Amina and Joseph had to keep their romance secret from her father, Yasser, who had forbidden both his daughters from having American boyfriends.
And she started telling me, just little by little, that it was more than just him being protective. It was more him being controlling and abusive.
Joseph felt her pain.
I wanted to get her away from that so bad. She was such a good person. She didn't deserve to live like that.
The two could never be seen together.
We had to pick her up in the parking lot of the Taekwondo studio because we couldn't come to her house because her dad was there.
Joseph's mother says he and Amina had to be very careful.
Early on, she started kind of giving instruction to my son. You're going to be in my phone under a different name.
And didn't they have codes for things?
Yes, they did. Amina and Joseph had their own language.
And Amina had a separate phone her father didn't know about.